Good morning, teacher!
Yes!
Hello everyone, welcome to our class. In this lesson, we will be discussing Cartesian coordinate system, which will be found in grade 8 mathematics. Okay, what will be our objectives in this topic? First, we are going to describe the Cartesian coordinate system, the x-axis, the y-axis, the quadrant, and the origin. Second, we are going to plot the given coordinate pair in the Cartesian coordinate plane. And the last, determine the quadrant given a pair of coordinates. Let's first go back to the concept of number line. When we say number line, it is called a one-dimensional coordinate system. And when we say coordinate, it is referring to the location. Therefore, a number line has only one location. Okay, there is only one location, that's why it is called one-dimensional coordinate system. Now, why do we have only one location in a number line? It's because we can only move it to the left for the negative integers and to the right for the positive integers. While in Cartesian coordinate plane, we already have two sets of number line perpendicular to each other. Therefore, we can move it to the right and to the left. That's for the first number line. And for the second number line, we can move upward and downward. So we can say that a Cartesian coordinate system is a two-dimensional coordinate system because we now have two coordinates. So what is a Cartesian coordinate system? A Cartesian coordinate system is a system used for graphing number pairs. It's also called rectangular coordinate system or mas familiar siya sa Cartesian plane. Let's go back to the history of Cartesian coordinate system. It is René Descartes, a philosopher, a mathematician, who invented the Cartesian coordinate system. So again, a Cartesian coordinate system composes of two number lines perpendicular to each other. So now, let's proceed to the parts of Cartesian coordinate system. In Cartesian coordinate system, we should remember that there is two existing number line. The first of that is this line, the x-axis, or it is usually called horizontal line. And this one, the y-axis, is what we call the vertical line. Okay. When x-axis and y-axis intersect to each other, what will happen? It will form four regions, correct? It will form four regions, and that region will be called quadrant. So here we go. In an ordered pair, there is x and y. So pares yan. Okay, as what I have mentioned earlier, there are four quadrants. So quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, and quadrant 4. Focus muna tayo sa x values. X values or x coordinate is usually called abscissa, and y coordinate is what we call ordinate. So when we say coordinate, that is referring to your ordered pair. Now let's proceed to the signs. How will you know that the given ordered pairs lies in quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, and quadrant 4. Okay. Focus tayo sa quadrant 1, this one. Remember, in an ordered pair, first ang x. So, take a look in quadrant 1. We are going to identify the sign of the x, this one. Okay, since the sign here is positive, therefore, in quadrant 1, the x value is positive and the y value is also positive. In quadrant 2, this one, quadrant 2, the x value is negative and this one ang the y value. The y value is positive. That's quadrant 2. For quadrant 3, this one ang quadrant 3, the x value, this one is, yes, negative. And this one, the y value is also negative. For quadrant 4 dito, quadrant 4, the x values, the sign is positive. And the y values, the sign is negative. Okay. Okay, now let's do the plotting of points. Let's have the plotting of points. How are we going to plot the points in the Cartesian coordinate system? Now, remember this. In making your own Cartesian plane, do not forget to write the x-axis and the y-axis. So, I have here point A, which is the value of x is positive 2 and the value of y is negative 1. So, focus muna tayo sa x. So, in point A, the value of x is positive 2. So, we are going to focus on the x-axis and the value is positive 2. So, from the origin, we will move to the right. Okay, kasi positive siya. So, 2 points. Okay, here, 1, 2. That's it. And from that positive 2, we will move in the y-axis, negative 1, so downward siya. Okay, yan. So, there, the point A. Okay. For point B, the value of x is negative 2. Negative 2. So, from the origin to the left. So, negative 2 yan. From the origin to the left. So, that's it. Negative 2, yan. And then, the value of y is positive 3. So, we need to go upward. Yan. So, that's point B. This one. For point C, the value of x is positive 4. So, from the origin, we'll move to the right. Okay, positive 4, yan. And the value of y is positive 1. So, upward. Okay, that's point C. For point D, the value of x is negative 5. So, from the origin to the left, negative 5. That's it, negative 5. And the value of y is negative 2. So, downward tayo, downward. There. That's D. Point D. And for point E, 0. The value of x is 0. So, the origin. And the value of y is negative 3. So, from the origin, downward tayo. Our direction is downward since negative. Oh, that's it. That's point E. Okay. For point F, still, the x value is 0 or the origin. And the y value is positive 4. So, upward. There. Point F. For point G, the x value is positive 5 and the y value is 0. Where can you find that one? There. Okay. And for the point H, the x value is negative 6, so to the left, and the y value is 0. Where can we find that one? That's it. Very good. Now, after plotting the points, we need to identify saang quadrant sila nabibilong. Point A, this one. Positive 2 and negative 1. So, the sign of x is positive and the sign of y is negative. So, it can be found in quadrant 4, correct? For point B, quadrant 2. For point C, quadrant 1. For point D, quadrant 3. For point E, okay, point E, nakalay lang siya sa y-axis. Okay, yan, y-axis. For point F, nakalay lang din siya. The points lie on the y-axis. For point G, the coordinate lies on the x-axis. And for the point H, the coordinate lies also in the x. Thank you so much and God bless us all. I hope that you learned something from our discussion this day.